So hello guys and welcome. The Switch 2 is now out, hopefully for most people, and I managed to get one. Now my experience was, well, at least initially a week before the release of the Switch 2, I tried to pre-order one, but it was impossible. I bet on a store that hopefully would put aside some Switch 2 consoles, and eventually I did manage to get one that way. And I spent around 440 euros for the console alone. Now, the reason why I did not get the bundle is realistically, if I bought the console itself plus the game physically, would have only saved about 10 euros with like the digital bundle. Whereas with the physical copy, I can, if I don't like the game, I can just sell it. So it's not lost. So let me show you. So I never opened this. So this is my first time. So this is the box itself. And I also got the game itself. So I spent 70 euros. Now I was initially confused because Nintendo on their website, they said it would cost like 90 euros, like the physical version. However, uh, it's not exactly true. It is 90 euros if you buy it to like Micromania or some stores like that. But if you go to like the common stores, so I went to Auchan in my case, or there's also Carrefour, and it is 70 euros for the physical version. So yeah, I should mention that. So, and I also bought this as well. This was available on release date, so today, and I spent like 5 euros on this. So really, not a huge deal. I also have like my Switch One right here. The funny thing is, I tried to actually sell this before the release of the Switch 2, and no one would buy it even for like 140 euros. Everyone was trying to sell it for like 100 euros, and it would not even sell for that amount. So if you're looking for a cheap Switch, now is the time. And I also have for reference a Switch Lite here. This one was actually a gift. And yeah, this one is interesting. I don't really play this on often, and really I won't play more on that because I got a Switch too. So let's open this up. It's just a plastic tab. You don't see this. Okay, there we go. So it's like that. Maybe I should show you. Well, it was the opposite way. But anyway, so maybe I should get closer to me. There we go. So wow, this is huge compared to like if I remove like the Joy-Cons on my Switch 1 and we compare it to the Switch 2. Well, it's not that huge, but yeah, it is a noticeable size increase. I'll show you some better comparisons later. So in the box, what do we get also? So get a manual, an HDMI cable, some this stuff. Whatever this is, I guess this is for the Joy-Cons. I think this is for the dock. So, interesting. So this is a classic USB-C charger. And if you can, it does support multiple voltages up to 20 volts at 3 amps. So this can charge up to 60 watts. Yeah, and it does say so on the adapter itself. Pretty cool. There's a USB-C cable, probably for like the AC adapter as well. Of course, this is provided as well. It's just piece of plastic. So interestingly, unlike the original like Switch, there's no way to charge this. Seemingly, there's no USB-C port to charge like the Joy-Cons. So it should be interesting. And yeah, I forgot to show you, but the two Joy-Cons, they are sold separately for 90 euros, which is quite expensive. Luckily, I won't need a second one, hopefully. And here's the result. So these use magnets, unlike the original Joy-Cons. So let's take a look. Yes, feels pretty nice actually. I don't know what this is for though, so let's give it a try. Actually, let's remove this. Okay, so you need to press on this. So it's not fully magnetized, but I can see why they did that way, because it would wobble. Yeah, this feels much better. Like, my god, what a huge improvement on that. So let's try these. And these seems to be magnetized as well. I don't know which way it is. This is confusing. Maybe I should read like the manual, but or maybe no. Or maybe it's the opposite way. So like that. Shit. Manual. So I'm trying to. Of course, this is a multilingual manual. It's quite awful, to be honest. No, parental controls. No. It seems useless. Like it shows, but obviously this is like the Spanish version. So this is this way. Okay, so well, how do I remove it now? So I put it on, but now I have no idea how to actually take it out. Maybe this, no. Maybe this, no. Maybe this, no. It's really not obvious. On the Switch 1, you can just slide it out. But here it doesn't. Well, at least I know that it will not fall out. But at the same time, it's really confusing. Like, yeah, well, I'm not putting that on again, and I don't think I'll need those. But, you know, if that's your thing, then sure, you can. So let me just put those back on. There we go, pretty nice. The controller, first impression, are really good compared to like I mean, these look like toys by comparison, and they feel like toys. Unfortunately, still no D-pad. Instead, they are like those 4 buttons. just like on the original Joy-Cons. So for the most part, like except for like the C button, there's not a huge difference besides like the huge quality improvement. And oh yeah, I forgot. There's the dock. So here it is, boys and girls. I don't see an Ethernet port on this one, unlike the maybe there is one, but it's probably hidden. Yes, it is hidden, so I needed to take this out. And now we can see like the Ethernet port, HDMI, and USB-C. So I can just use like the provided USB-C cable. Although it seems really short now that I look. It is way shorter than the original Switch charger. So that may be a problem actually. So okay, well, I'm going to take these out because we're gonna try it on the console itself. So here's the console. And wow. Well, maybe before we try stuff, we should probably because I don't want to scratch the screen. That's why I bought it day one. I don't see any fingerprints, but although I did manage to put some, so I may have to. Okay, that should be enough. I always, okay. So you can see, I think I did a mostly decent job. It seems to be a bit smaller, but that should be fine. And really I don't want to scratch the screen, especially since it's like 440 euros, almost 500 euros, especially with like the bundle. Let me try to, there we go. Yeah, that's pretty smooth. And if I want to take it out, yeah, I mean, this will not wobble at all. In fact, I would say it's even better than the Switch 1, because on the Switch 1, let me show you. It could sometimes slightly move up and down if I shake it like that. Here on this one, no way. So that's the good news, I guess. Oh, and right, so there's also like Mario Karts. So, and I had scissors, but I put them somewhere. That's fine. There we go. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. There we go. How dare you? You removed the seal. Alright, so this is my first time opening up a Switch 2 game. Yeah, it looks about the same. So if I take a game like Bayonneta 3, it's about the same except it's red. And it has like this ugly like head bar or something. I don't like the look of Switch 2 cases, but I don't care, honestly. And here's the cartridge itself. It looks honestly the same as Switch 1 cartridges. If I take again this game, maybe I can see, yeah, so maybe there is, actually no, yes, actually yes there is. So you can see that there's a physical incompatibility. So if I take my Switch 1, there are some games that are backwards and also compatible with Switch 2. So these will work on either consoles. But if I take this one, it doesn't go in. So because there's this rail thing on the side. So far so good. So now, well, still have not managed to put like the screen protector properly, but sometimes, I mean, in that case, I would just let it dry or like put a book, but I don't have time for that. So let's begin. So yeah, this is much better. Like, and I can just slide like that. On the Switch 1, this was so painful. Like I had to. I mean, it's fine, but it feels really cheap by comparison. So let's begin. Okay, well, I'm going to set it to US, Europe. Shit. I'll be right back because I need to set up my internet. So, the moment I connected it to the internet, it already asked for an update. And it also says that you can use the stand and, you know, so about the stand, it's like so. Yeah, this feels sturdy enough. Much better than the Switch 1, I can say that for sure. It feels pretty solid, so actually I'll just use the stand for now, and then I'll take out the controllers. set it up like that. So later, attachment guide, skip. Well, I guess I could have just turned on the console to figure it out. And this is a pretty big update. I would say that it's maybe 1 gigabyte from the looks of it. Unfortunately, I don't have like Wi-Fi 5 on my main router, even though I have fiber. So this is going to take a while over Wi-Fi at least. I did put the game, but yeah, we're gonna try like first of all this game obviously because I want to know what the Switch 2 is like when it comes to games, but also how it performs on original Switch 1 games, even compared to like an overclocked Switch 1 with of course like custom firmware and stuff like that. I would obviously on this one I won't do like custom firmware. I would just use stock like I did for my PS5. So yeah, and I have to say that for the UI, it is still very minimalistic. There's no huge change. Now, honestly, I don't mind that, but some people are going to complain that it doesn't look that much different from the Switch one. Clearly, it's been done to save on system resources. But honestly, I didn't like the UI on the PS5 because like the icons would be so tiny, and especially when I just want to select a game and stuff. Oh well, I think it works for what it does, and it's just rebooted, right? I would say that it's odd to see those connectors like out in the open like that. I don't know. System transfer. Oh right, yes. If I want to use like my save data from the Switch one, I will have to do a system transfer. And I heard some problems with some people that uh, couldn't do like the accounts at the same time. I don't know what exactly. Uh, I'll be right back. So we're back, and I managed to do the system transfer. It was pretty easy. All I had to do was connect to my Nintendo account on my PC, and then enter like some access code, and then confirm or like pin and stuff. It was pretty easy to transfer. Oh shit! Oh, now it's asking me to do stuff. I'll just use a. Well, maybe not actually. I'll need to find the USB-C cable. Oh, there it is. Can't believe it's asking me to do that. There we go. And yeah, you can see that it's really short compared to like the Switch 1 charger. Although actually maybe it won't be adequate. Well, it's still a bit shorter than what I would have liked, but well. I'm gonna measure like the power consumption at the same time. Oh come on, this is bullshit. So this is my original Switch. Why do I have to do this? So what? I have like my Switch console like close to me. Okay, so shit. Do I have to update? Yes. So I didn't touch my Switch for a while, and uh, this is annoying. So I'll skip that part for you. Okay, so the update is done on my Switch 1, and I thought it was amusing that there's an option of, oh, I don't have the Switch 2 yet. Like, why would you even select the option? Aww. Like, there are two chargers right now plugged in, just for the two Switch consoles. Okay, so it's found it. I imagine that. Wow, oh well. Maybe it was faster to do it that way, but still. Like, what if you just sold your Switch and the data is on the cloud? Or I guess it's not. Clearly not, because it's transferring from console to console. Why does it take so long for saves? Like, I only have like 10 games. And it takes like 1% takes like 10 seconds. So that can easily take. Oh shit, now it's only like 12%. I'll save you that part. Alright, so it's complete. It did take like 5 minutes to do so, including one restart. Alright, so bye Switch 1. Now it's asking me to press the home button. This feels familiar. Yes. And it's already downloaded. So this is my game library, or at least the games that I did download and played. I'm gonna test like the backwards compatibility shortly. System settings. I'm just curious about the options though. HDR. So the screen itself does support HDR, and I also have a 4K TV that supports HDR, although it's not like the real HDR, it's more like fake HDR. There's screen burn-in, just like the original Switch. 120 Hz, LLM, yes, good. And we can adjust, of course, the HDR as well. So far, so good. Yeah, it did transfer my Mii's as well. I think I'm gonna plug this soon to my TV. So I'll be right back. So before I actually plug this in, there's a size comparison that I wanted to make. So here's like the Switch 2 itself, and here's my PlayStation Vita, and yeah, well, actually it's not that much larger, but the screen itself, I mean, like it, it takes full advantage of that size. Like the entire it's just the screen itself, like pretty good. And let's do a Switch 1 comparison again. And even with like the Joy-Cons, like wow, what a difference. If I place it over it, yeah, this is noticeably larger. This is 8-inch screen compared to like 7-inch, and honestly, it doesn't even feel like 7-inch. Especially with like those huge like bars. They are less noticeably so on the on the Switch too. And if I take like the Switch Lite for instance, yeah, it is even bigger. Of course, it was even smaller, but still, yeah, this feels tiny by comparison. And this was huge, like even the PlayStation Vita, you can see it was smaller than the Switch Lite. So anyway, I'm just going to take these out. So I guess if you want to charge the Joy-Cons, you have to use the dock to actually charge your Joy-Cons. I almost cut my fingers by trying to put the Joy-Cons. It's that bad. So be careful, don't put like your fingers when you try. If you put it like that, you can actually smash your Joy-Cons against your fingers. Bummer. So I'm just going to yes, there we go. Okay. So first time using it on my TV. Unfortunately, the screen has lots of glare, so this is going to be really annoying to record. Yes, next. Oh, this is a bummer because I can still see the pattern. Okay. Oh, I don't know, this doesn't look right. Because I could still see the pattern even at like full brightness. That could be because I have like blue light on. Yeah, it just looks bad. Maybe warm. Warm looks better. At least on the Switch too, because cold just looks like black. Looks bad. So I don't know. It doesn't look that great. Maybe it looks it's off. Like my PS5, it looks great, like HDR, but here it looks bad. And it can go beyond that. You know, you can't see it on the phone, but I can definitely see that on the TV. So just there we go. Now obviously my TV doesn't support 120 hertz, unfortunately. So for 120 hertz content, I'll just have to use my the Switch itself. Is it? No, it's not that. It's not dark like on the Switch console. It's grayish. It looks awful. We're still gonna play it though because 4K, baby. Now, I would have loved to have like an HDMI recorder, but the one I have is only 1080p at 30 FPS. So I would rather. Well, it is still. I'm still recording at like 30 FPS, but yeah. This looks great, but I'm not sure this is 4K though. There's a bit of aliasing, maybe. I don't know. Can I choose like a me, maybe? No, I can't. This is disappointing actually. first impression, guys. This doesn't feel different at first. Well, actually, it does. I mean, he's kind of bulky, but I can get used to it. Maybe I should have played at like 150cc instead because this feels too slow. Oof. I mean, this looks great, but at the same time, it doesn't look that much better compared to like Mario Kart 8 on the Switch, which itself looked pretty much similar to the Wii U one, except the resolution was higher. Maybe I should have just picked Mario instead. No. So the blue shell doesn't feel as disruptive as it used to be before. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand this game at all so far. But I did select like Grand Prix mode, but so far kind of a mixed bag. I mean, when people were talking about it, it was like, wow, this game is revolutionary. It will blow your mind. But my first time playing it, it's pretty much the same as the older game, no offense. I mean, if I don't like the game, I can always sell it, but still. That's why I bought the physical copy and not like the stupid bundle. I don't want to wait 30 minutes for stupid updates. Maybe I should have just not. I'll just start without updates. Like here, for instance, there's this dithering on the stuff on this, and yeah, it looks bad. Even on that, well, here, stuff like this. Because, as far as I'm aware anyway, alpha transparencies are very expensive on like the Switch one. So they do dithering instead, which looks awful, but there you go. And yeah, this game actually runs smoothly. Uh, this seems to be like 30 FPS, but it's 30 FPS locked, so. Oh. So supposedly there's an update, a free update, and I did download it, but I don't know if it's like 60 FPS or a smooth 30 FPS or like a resolution increase. I don't know. I suspect it is like a resolution and a smooth 30 FPS increase, but we'll see. I know this game for a fact, like even like the latest patch, it runs awful on like the Switch one. I made a video about it, like even overclocking the Switch. This takes very long to load. Like it's like 30 seconds. Why does this fucking take so long? I just put the game in my Switch and did a system transfer, and now it fucking doesn't work. Okay. Uh, what is that? That's not supposed to happen, is it? Oh my god. Nintendo! Come on. This isn't supposed to happen. Uh, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's flickering. Yes, you can in fact see it. This isn't supposed to happen, by the way. But it seems pretty smooth, like 60 FPS maybe. Yeah, I think this is 60. And it even seems that there's a quite noticeable resolution increase as well, which is good. I forgot how to play this, it's been a while. Like I remember, like especially during some battles, it would slow down like excessively. At least here, it's it's actually good. Like it plays smoothly. So what do I think about the Switch 2? My short conclusion is don't buy it yet. There's barely anything to play on the Switch 2 right now. So this one, Mario Kart World, is the only new Nintendo game that they released for this thing. The only new original game that is, besides like the Tour app that's useless. The rest of it are like enhanced sports. This game, I would not buy the system for it. It plays pretty much like Mario Kart 8. It's not bad to be honest, but there's nothing that's out there besides like the fact that you can play it with like 24 players online. But except for that, there's and the fact there's a free roam mode. I mean, I played the game and it felt pretty much the same as Mario Kart 8, except you can play as a cow now. So, and yeah, I mean 70 euros kind of stinks, especially when games used to be like 60 euros, but at least it's not like 90 euros. So whatever. The only other game that was noticeably improved on the Switch 2 was this one. I mean, 60 FPS, 1080p. Switch 1, it was bad on the Switch 1. Like, even with like an overclock on the Switch 1, it would not even reach 30 FPS reliably. So that's the good news. So, but that's the problem. It's like only two games that greatly benefit from the Switch 2. The rest of it is stuff like, oh, this game had an unlocked frame rate and now you can play in the real world at 60 FPS. Okay, cool, but that doesn't matter. Or, oh, Bayonneta 3, there's no frame drops now. Wow, that's cool, but the game still has like horrible graphics and a 30 FPS cap. So, what you gonna do about that? Well, nothing really, because if Nintendo doesn't patch the game, or well, their games that is, nothing's gonna happen. Now the good news is that the backwards compatibility is pretty much perfect, but the thing is, it doesn't really benefit from it either. What I mean by that is, all of these games can play almost identically on the Switch One, with a few exceptions. Smash Ultimate, like with like 8 players, oh sure it doesn't drop frames anymore, but besides that, that's the only difference. I guess like if you want to play VR games, but there's no VR headset, even a third-party one, that would fit a Switch 2. So I need to warn you about that also. But yeah, I mean the handheld itself, it feels premium by comparison. Like the Switch One, it feels like a toy. Like it's almost laughable. The hardware itself, at least compared to like the alternatives we have, like the Steam Deck, performance-wise, it performs pretty great actually. This is high grade in my opinion. That said, I mean, if you bought like a high-end phone with like a Snapdragon 8 Elite, it doesn't come even near close to that. So that's the other problem. Uh, there, I mean, my main problem with the system is there's just barely anything to play on. There's GameCube Online, but you need like the expansion pack online subscription, and there's only 3 games. There's F-Zero GX, which is worth playing, but only if you have like a friend with like a Switch 2 and expansion pack subscription. Do you see where I'm going with this? Uh, I would suggest that you wait because there's no need for you to hurry. As a premium Switch, yes, it is pretty good. The screen is actually very nice. It is HDR with great black levels, even better than the Switch OLED, I should mention. In fact, it is much better even than my 4K TV, to the point that I was wondering if I even should play games on my TV because I do worry about the long-term support though, because the CPU is actually downclocked to 1 GHz, just like the Switch one actually. The GPU is actually pretty decent. It's kind of like an RTX 2050, except slightly better. But the CPU is like it's the main killing heels. Now, thankfully, the games right now they don't stress the CPU too much, but in the future that's gonna be a problem. I think anyway. Uh, I mean, and if you're thinking of buying those premium Windows handhelds, these are gonna be way better and have a much larger library of games to actually play than this thing can do. So I'm a bit conflicted. So I really want to see the Switch 2 do more, and not just from Nintendo themselves. I want to see actual third parties actually embrace the platform and start patching their games to at least unlock the frame rate for like the Switch 2, or allow the option to unlock the frame rate. Sadly, there's like some older games that will never benefit from this. And for these older games, a hack Switch would actually be a better option than buying a Switch 2 and hoping that they will get patched someday. Spoiler alert, they will not. Yeah, don't buy the Switch 2 yet. Unless you have money to waste and you badly want to play Mario Kart World, then I guess if you want to do so, then do it. Thank you for watching.